I'm sure everyone in the room can say they know who Elvis Presley is and even name some of his songs. From the unique blend of genres in his music to his classic sideburns, Elvis has become a staple in both music and American history. Now, while one can talk for hours about the ups and downs of his career, I'm going to be taking a look at his life from a distance, picking out some of the major accomplishments, events, and difficulties throughout his life. From his humble beginnings to his untimely death, Elvis Presley lived a life full of memories that ended too soon. Elvis Aaron Presley was born January 8, 1935 in Tupelo, Mississippi, to his parents Vernon and Gladys Presley. He actually was a twin brother, however, his brother Jesse was stillborn, making him an only child. And he was born into a poor family, so growing up wasn't always easy. At the age of 10, Elvis sang in a talent show contest at the Mississippi, Alabama Fair and Dairy Show in Tupelo, and he got 5th place, and it was broadcast on the radio, giving him some of his first publicity. Then, while in junior high, his family moved to Memphis for a better life economically. In 1935, after graduating from high school, he stopped by the Memphis recording service one day after work and made the demo acetate of My Happiness and That's When Your Heartaches Begin as a birthday present for his mom. Then, eventually in 1954, at the same studio, he recorded his first hit, That's Alright, with Sun Records. So now that Elvis is officially done with high school and he can focus more on his music, and even though he's only 20 years old, he signs a contract with RCA Records and quickly becomes one of the hottest new stars of music. Shortly after signing, he releases Heartbreak Hotel, which is his first #1 and one of his most popular songs. According to This Day in Music, in 1956, it was the best-selling single. And these next few years are arguably his most popular. According to Graceland.com, 1956, Elvis also became one of society's most controversial figures. And this can be attributed to his unique blending of many different kinds of music, from white country and gospel music to black R&B and gospel and white pop music. Graceland.com goes on to say that the success he's had with blending different kinds of genres has helped him start to change the music and pop culture of the time, hence some of the controversy. So after a few years of dominating the music industry, Elvis was inducted into the U.S. Army on March 24, 1958. And this puts a hold on his music career with the exception of one recording session he was able to get in after basic training was completed. Then, on March 5th, 1960, after about 2 years in the Army, 2 years overseas in Germany, he's officially discharged from active duty. And over the next several years, Elvis focuses more on his Hollywood acting, and most of the music he releases are soundtrack albums for his movies. So by June of 1968, he's made 27 movies, but he's ready to get back to live performing. So the 68 special is seen as a comeback tour for Elvis. It's his first TV special and his first live performance for 7 years. Elvis looked and sounded better than ever and helps get his music career back on track. So after a few more years of movie making and song releases, Elvis received huge recognition for his success in music. In January of 1971, he was named one of the 10 outstanding young men of the nation by the U.S. Junior Chamber of Commerce. And this award is given to young men each year who have made great achievements in their field of endeavor, and they also celebrate humanitarianism and community service. Shortly after that, in March of 1971, he was diagnosed with secondary glaucoma and inflammation in his eye. And this can be seen as the start of some of the health problems that plagued him later in life. Fast forward to 1977, Elvis has won 2 more Grammys, bringing his total to 3. He's gone on countless tours and released some chart-topping albums like Aloha from Hawaii concert album. However, his health is declining, and he's had more trips to the hospital, and it's become more obvious to the public that he's gaining weight. And according to Fox News, he was dependent on prescription drugs to get him throughout the day. He was also constipated and struggled to sleep. So, unknowingly at the time, his last concert ends up being on June 26, 1977 at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis. Then, on the morning of August 16, 1977, Elvis was found dead in his bathroom by his fiancée, Ginger Alden. He was only 42 years old, and the cause of death was heart failure. However, ATI.com says that he was found to have a wide variety of drugs in his system, and he could have easily overdosed. And that the most likely explanation is that the combination of drugs in his system contributed to a fatal heart attack. So in review, we've talked about the beginnings of Elvis, some of his numerous career highlights, and his decline and eventual death. So even though Elvis died at only 42 years old, his impact on music is still very much felt. When you look at some of his career achievements, you can't help but wonder what could have been if he had lived on. Being inducted into 5 different Music Hall of Fames, having over 150 albums and singles be certified gold, platinum, or multi-platinum, or holding the record for the most top 40 hits with 114, he has dominated the music industry and will not soon be forgotten. So even though he left too soon, Elvis Presley's memory and impact will live on for years to come.